Informs, the largest association for the decision and data sciences, provides the following audio content to journalists for their use in reporting with proper attribution. What follows are 4 questions and responses from Andrew Trapp. He's an associate professor of operations and industrial engineering. This is in the business school of Worcester Polytechnic Institute. He has courtesy professorships in mathematical sciences and data science, and he's a member of Informs. Question 1. What is the current state of the refugee crisis tied to the war in Ukraine?
As of mid-April 2022, there are over 4.6 million refugees that have fled Ukraine, according to United Nations estimates. These 4+ million refugees are part of a larger, more than 11.7 million forcibly displaced people in Ukraine. And these are forcibly displaced peoples are those that no longer are able to remain in their home. Refugees have taken a further step of crossing an international border in search of relief. All of these are unable to return home due to fear of persecution, conflict, violence, human rights violations, or other events.
Question 2. What are the biggest challenges faced by neighboring countries and other countries wishing to help Ukrainian refugees?
Some of the biggest challenges are the immediate coordination of many Ukrainian refugees in a short amount of time. Every refugee needs access to what we would consider as things related to basic human dignity and rights, things like food, water, warm clothing, shelter, beds. And after the immediate, there's significant concerns for finding stability in life, like stable housing, employment, and schooling for children. And this sustainable support that's needed is where employment comes in, and why our refugee resettlement software, BALTIMORE, emphasize placing refugees in locations that have high likelihoods of employment. This is a key indicator of integration into society and accelerates self-sufficiency and dignity.
Question 3. What are the most effective strategies for Ukrainian refugee settlement and resettlement?
Well, there are 2 primary considerations. One is the short term, which is settlement as they cross into a different country, and resettlement, it pertains to more longer term, durable solutions. Accommodating Ukrainian refugees, like any refugees, requires lots of coordinated efforts. So in the immediate short term, Ukrainians are being settled in neighboring border locations, like cities along the border of Poland and even further inland in Europe. Beyond these immediate needs, countries have formal resettlement protocols. Countries like the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Sweden, France, Germany, and others, many others. And they are or will soon begin resettling Ukrainian refugees. So this is a process of resettling from a second country to a third country. Already the United States has announced plans to resettle 100,000 Ukrainian refugees in the near term. And while that might sound like a lot of people, it really pales in comparison to the number that have fled Ukraine. That's only around 2%.
Question 4. What role can America play in addressing the Ukrainian refugee crisis?
America can play a role on multiple levels. The United States has announced the resettling of 100,000 Ukrainian refugees. BALTIMORE is a software that uses operations research and analytics tools to recommend placement locations for vulnerable refugees. It will likely resettle a number of these Ukrainian refugees. Beyond, at a community level, we can provide support through supplies and other means, such as giving money or time to agencies that are already supporting Ukrainian refugees. And a key is actually working through such agencies rather than independently, because such agencies have been coordinating with other agencies to ensure their relief efforts are in harmony.
Please see the audio content release posted alongside this clip for attributions, soundbite length, and transcriptions. Any other questions can be sent to Ashley Smith, Informs Public Affairs Coordinator, at asmith@informs.org.